Good morning, Laravel community. Today we're adding a button and creating a form. We must make sure we add something to the database today. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to Bootstrap here and we get a button so we can choose buttons. But instead, we're going to get a model. So I'll type model. Okay, so let me see. Okay, it's under components. So this is what a model looks like, and this is what launches a model. Okay, so on the model, that's where we're going to add a form. So let me look for a simple model. I think we just need the short model because we're going to have, I think this will do. We just need the short model because we're going to have like the two inputs. All right, so I've copied that, and then I'm going to go to our Laravel, and then I look for a view playlist. Okay, then I'll add something down here. First of all, I even want to eliminate this body because we don't need it. Remember, okay, just to demonstrate, remember, we may just even need to copy the CDN to the other side. So I'll just get this CDN as is, and I cut it, and I go to dashboard.blade. Okay, then I paste the CDN up here. So we already have one. So I don't know, let me see what that provides. Okay, so I'm going to just take this. Okay, there it is. We already have one up there. So let me see if the other one already works. So I'll come and refresh the fact that I've deleted what we have already. And you see everything remains the same. So because this is extending already the dashboard, and the dashboard already has the bootstrap in its header. Okay, so I'll go ahead, decopy our form. Okay, let me go back to bootstrap and copy this. So copy, and then I come back to view. Okay, so I'm going to go below the section because the model it doesn't need to be included in the section, and I put that. Then I'll take this button, I cut it, okay, and then I paste it up here in any part of the table. So I think I'll do another th here, or I paste it up before the head. So let me do another th, and then I do paste that, and then close the th. Save, refresh. Okay, there is our model. Now instead of being it a model, I'm going to call it add playlist. So that's very simple. Add playlist. Add playlist. We shall change this even to Google Fonts with time. So the target is model, and this could be the ID now of the model. So the ID is add playlist. I'm just modifying, so which means I need to go down to the model and give it an ID of add playlist, and here it is, add playlist. There you go. Okay, so there are very many things you can do. First of all, we need to make sure that our model is horizontal. Okay, I'll go ahead and first try and launch here. Okay, which it is. So you can see add playlist. So even this should be the model title. So sometimes I fetch from the database the model title, but still I'm going to just modify it and call it add playlist. So I'll come to the model title here. There it is, and I choose add playlist. All right, the same thing. Okay, so this is where our body is supposed to go. And our body, I'm just going to add a form. So I'll go back to getbootstrap.com and type form. I look for a form. Okay, it's taking long, but here are the forms. Okay, I just need a simple form that takes in a name. I think I'll copy this one and I submit. Takes in a name, one name. That is the name of the playlist, and the submit. I think the rest we shall add to later. So I'm going to paste it here. So first of all, I have a form, and then, all right. So apart from that, I'm going to remove this div of the password. I don't need it because someone is just adding a playlist. And then check me out. Let me see what check me out is doing here. Okay, no, okay, I don't need that too. It's just a check button. Okay, so I have this submit button. I can call it add. And then this can be add playlist, and then inside let's see, the placeholder can be enter playlist name, enter playlist name. Okay, so and I'm going to remove this, the small, because I don't need it. That is it. So let me refresh again. So you can see we're working handy with Bootstrap. You must have at least some Bootstrap knowledge, and then Laravel. So if I click on add playlist, it takes me to this, and I can add the playlist name. Okay, and I add. So I'm going to remove this button, and I stay with this of save changes. Okay, because this one came with the form, yet I'm interested in this. Okay, I'm going to remove this button, and then I go with the one of save changes, which means this div should come up here. This div that has a button should come up there. Or this form, okay, this form should go outside the model instead of being inside the model body. So I'm going to take this and put it outside the model because I want it to take the biggest part of the model. So I wonder, okay, I'm going to put it outside this div for real because I still want the model to retain its format. So again, refresh. If we have anything nasty, of course, when we mess up the divs, Bootstrap won't give us a good alignment, but I think we're good to go. All right, so we're going to add what they call the cross-site reference token. The cross-site reference token, we can add it up here in the form. But before we add that, we need to know where our form is going to take us. So first of all, we need an action, and the action is equal to maybe add playlist, Okay, and then the method, it's going to post. Okay, you can always type a small post, but I'll maintain the big one for formality. And then encrypt ink type. Okay, is equal to multi-part stroke form data, form hyphen data. So I'll take this and put it still in the quotes. Now the cross-site reference token helps us first of all encrypt the form data, and then you like be unique when you're requesting. So if all of us are using the same program, at least Laravel can be able to know that this submission is different from the other submission. So CSRF, cross-site reference field, and that's it, we're done. So we are submitting, and where are we submitting? So we'll go to the router, okay, and create a new post now. Okay, so which will be add playlist, and then in principal controller add playlist. So we're going to go ahead to the principal controller, and then we'll create another method, which method is going to be public. So the method is going to be public, and then public function, and add playlist. So we're requesting, of course, so we expect to use the Laravel request implementation, and then we expect also to have the requested variable. So that is for our inputs in the method. So which means up here, we must first of all use the, so up here we must first of all use the illuminate request. It's already given, provided to us. So we're going now to input our request. So for us to be able to input our request, we have to go to view playlist, and then we give some of these values, okay, or names. In fact, the right thing is names. So I'll change this ID instead of example. I'll give it name, and then the name will be playlist name. Playlist name. Okay, so I've added it to the form the other side, so which means I'm going to come back to the principal controller and I access whatever results the playlist name has. So I'm going to say dollar. So dollar is like a variable. What variable am I giving this playlist? Dollar playlist name. So you may not need such long items, but you can use them to follow up very well. So is equal to request. Remember, we have the request variable that we're passing through up here, okay? And that request is equal to an input, and then the input contains the playlist name that we named up there. Okay, let me first see what we gave it. Yes, playlist name. All right. So principal controller, and then we terminate. Okay, so we're going to create another variable, and we call that variable playlist add. So I'm just deferring them so that you can, totally understand that it doesn't need to be a rhyming story. Playlist add playlist, such things. So I'm going to call this playlist add. Playlist add will equal to playlists. So it's going to give us some warnings, and those warnings I'll explain as we do. Playlist. So playlist must be a model. So let's look at our model and we see. So when you go to app, we must have a model playlist, and that's what I'm identifying here. And in playlist, we're going to create, so we're going to create a JSON statement here. We're going to create a JSON array. Okay, so I make sure that I create the array. Remember, a JSON array is different from a JSON object. Okay, so in our array, we're going to first of all check. So I'm going to go to the database and I see PHP my admin. Oh, okay, and then I go to PugiDB, and then I check for the playlist. Come on, don't say I didn't create one. Peg account. All right, so I'm going to pause the video. It looks like I missed the playlist. I have the model. How could I miss it? All right, so for some reason, previously it missed the playlist table, and I've just recreated it by dropping the whole migration. So first of all, the playlist, it needs the title. It needs an image. Oh my God. Let me see. It needs an image and the availability, which must be an int. So I just created a field for the title. I did create one for the image, but it's going to be null. The availability, the default is 0. That one I don't need to worry. So, oh my God. So I'm just going to submit the title, and the image can stay now, but we're going to replace most of the things. All right, so let's go ahead. So I'll come ahead to our field. Oh, where's the, okay. And then inside there, I'm going to look at the title. It must be a string because these are variables. So I'm going to look at the title, and then the title should have this field of playlist name. So it should take in that variable. I just need to add a comma. All right, so there are other things like the image. Now let's do save, and we're going to see the purpose of a model because Laravel is going to be warning us. So let me refresh. Okay, so unexpected termination, and that could be where. All right, so okay, so I must add a termination here. So Laravel is telling us that if I go to our controller, I must terminate the JSON the JSON array. Let me refresh again. We are good to go. So let me go to add, and then I add a playlist name. I'm going to add a playlist called music, and then I choose to save changes. Okay, now this save changes, this must be a submit button. So I'm going to go again to my view playlists. So those are the things, some of the things that we skip. So instead of being type button, I'm going to make it type submit. Submit, then save. I'll come back again and refresh. Add, so music, save changes. Okay, I must remove some of these. Still, it's asking I to enter an email address since I took something for the email address. So I must come here, and the type is not email, but type is text because it expects the at. Again, save and refresh. I think all of us are enjoying the journey. So music is our form, and then save changes. So I expect a warning. So the post method is not supported for the route. It's either get or head. Okay, so I can't be getting because I'm adding to the, okay. I can get because first of all, I'm not updating. So let's choose and we see. We have to go back to our router, and then this is a get. Okay, otherwise if I'm posting an ad, I need to include the name. So again, this is a get. Yes, that is true. Oh, I must have interchanged. Let me see. Otherwise, I must have interchanged. That's what it was warning me about. Okay, so save changes. I expect another warning because I do not have the model. All right, so I need to include the app playlist. So this is one of the good things, and if these are identified here at the beginning, I'm very sure you may not make this, get these errors again because you already know them. So we're going to use, and we're using the model playlist. So I must make sure that I'm using the right model. So playlist, you can see it's in capital letters, and then I use app. It's supposed to be app playlist. Sorry for that. So it's supposed to be use app playlist. Terminate. Now this playlist, it is the same playlist that we are trying to access here. We're trying to access through the model. Remember, we have what we call the model view controller. So the controller is trying to access the model playlist. Next, it's going to warn me that the model playlist is empty because it's trying to pass through the model playlist to update the database. So I'll double click the model. First of all, it's empty. So let me come back here again and refresh. I could have refreshed previously, but I just need us to, we're going to come to the model here, and then we type that we want a protected table, which is called playlist. Okay, I'll come back and refresh. I think that is corrected now. So it is asking me to add title. Let me first remove the other field that I've just put in the model. Where is my model? Playlist model. This protected, and you'll see it will be warning that it can't find that table. I think I'll put it up here in the comment. So we follow these errors. So let me refresh. Okay, so let me add the title value as asked. So it's saying that it is not seeing the fillable title. So I'll go ahead and add that JSON object. So I'm going to add that I want to have a protected, and that protected is going to be available. So not everything is fillable. You get it? You only add what you feel is fillable. So some of the items that have default values, I may not even be touching them. So and that is in an array, a JSON array. And the first thing I want to add is title. I add a comma. So title. Okay, so I'll come back here and refresh. All right, so it is talking about now the table. Unexpected protected. Oh, I must terminate. I haven't done that. All right, let me go ahead and refresh. It's very good that we're learning all these errors. So unexpected protected. So first of all, I'm going to add that they protect the table. Oh, why did I add a dollar? Okay, sorry. So what do we do in the error checking? So it's saying the table was not found just because the table is a plural. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to point to that table so that it's found. So the table is a singular. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I point it direct to the table. All right, if I come ahead and refresh. Okay, so it has added something to the table, but we didn't add a return value. So if I come back to the table playlists and I check, we have the title, but it stayed on to this. Okay, so we need to give it a return. So I'm just going to come to our principal controller, and then I say, okay, after adding something to the table, please return back to where you've been. So you return back to where you've been. Very simple. We shall see others where we even redirect to a URL. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add something else. So we've added the music. Let's see, and we add the video playlist. All right, then save changes, and you can see it has returned back to this. And I'm very sure if I come back and refresh here, we have the video playlist. Now let's read from the database our items here. All right, this is a longer video. I think we shall read from the database in the next video because we need to read items and then we fill them into our playlist here. And that's a very simple thing. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to subscribe and support our channel as links are in the description. Become a Patreon.